Hi, what's going on, world? What's going on? It's your boy Dot Flames in the building, here with another episode of Hot Topics. I'm going to be flying solo today. My two partners in crime, they couldn't be here, so shout out to my boy Delano, Frank Delano, a.k.a. Mrs. Franklin's son. And, of course, K with something to say. I'm going to hold it down and rep it hard first, man. Shout out to everybody at Top Shelf Entertainment, the Top Shelf Mafia. I'm just going to let you know off top, this Saturday coming, that's October 24th. October 24th, out in Brooklyn, okay, the Asylum Bar and Grill. Me and Delano are going to be touching that stage. We're going to be ripping that stage for y'all out there, man. You know what I mean? Going to hit you with a couple of joints, and we're going to debut, listen to me. We're going to debut the record I Pray. For those of you who've been under a rock somewhere, I Pray is the clothing line. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, we have a website now for you to go make your orders. It's www.realipray.com. You know what I mean? We're going to be rocking that show. We're going to rock that song out, too. It's going to be crazy. That's October 24th, Brooklyn, New York, Asylum Bar and Grill. Let's get it. All right? Now, let me jump the show off. First thing I want to bring up is last Sunday, we had a great day out in D.C. That was the Million Man March. All right, so we got together out there again. Many people from all parts of the country showed up. We want to say thank you to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for making it possible. It was a great showing. Everybody came out, man. I mean, it was a beautiful place to be. You know what I mean? The Million Man March, a lot of things was discussed. A couple of things that we're going to be working towards, like when it comes to certain people who are involved with private prisons. You know, I know a lot of y'all don't know about that you got certain banks in particular that be invested in these private prisons, and, you know, they make a lot of money out of putting us in jail. You know what I mean? So certain banks like Chase Bank and Bank of America and certain banks like that, you know, the people were calling on a boycott of these particular banks. Once again, that's Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, and Bank of America. I think that's who they called out. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of things that was discussed out there. It was a great showing. We even had a moment where you had the Bloods and the Crips call a truce. You know what I mean? You see the picture up right now. That was a beautiful thing. Now, I'm just hoping and praying that we keep this going. You know what I mean? We don't do this, or we did this October 10th, and now here we are October 17th, and y'all are banging and everybody's back to normal. We got to keep this thing alive, man. So for all of those that made it out there, man, you already know it was a great experience. For those who didn't, don't worry about it. Obviously, we got certain things in our lives that don't allow us to make it to all of these events. But the word should get back to you. Talk to somebody that was there. And let's make this thing happen, man. You know what I mean? So once again, shout out to everybody that made out there. And much love and respect to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, the Nation of Gods and Earths, Christians, everybody. Jewish people, everybody, Asians, the Native Americans made their showing, their presence felt out there. I mean, it was just family out there. And we need to keep that alive, man. So we're going to move on. I had to give us some time with that one real quick. Now, let's move on. Last show, we spoke about Nas, you know what I mean? Or not even the last show, the show before that, when Nas won the award, the W.E.B. Du Bois Award up at Harvard. Well, recently, Nas is back up in Hot Topics. The reason being is one of his artists that he worked with, Quan, was basically breaking down why him and Nas had the falling out as far as business goes. Now, Quan, for those of you who don't know who Quan is the brother that had the song with Nas, which really was his song. This is just a moment that was on the Streets Disciple album. Dope track. Really was feeling that track. It got a lot of recognition, and it's put Quan in a position to really make moves. Now, afterwards, we didn't really hear much about Quan, like what was going on. We didn't see Nas made it seem like he was bringing him out. Never saw him. So Quan was in an interview recently, and he basically was talking about what happened. And in that interview, he was basically saying that while him and Nas are cool, as a businessman, Nas wasn't the best businessman. And it reached a point where he was basically going to be in a position to get a deal. He didn't want to go with Sony because he knew Nas had an estranged relationship with Sony, so he went with Atlantic Records. This is all what Quan is saying. And when he went to make that deal with Atlantic, Nas wanted in. He wanted 50% of his publishing, and Quan wasn't trying to have that. Now, with that said, that's where the beginning of the end started to take place. Quan went on to say that Nas also wanted like about 7 albums within 5 years or something like that. He wanted a 5-year contract, and Quan, being a smart businessman, wasn't trying to get tied into anybody like that. And when he was about to perform on the VH1 Hip Hop Honors Awards for the something for Tupac, they had something for Pac, commemorating Pac. Him and Nas were supposed to perform, and Quan said, yo, they pulled the plug on him right there because he had not inked a deal with anybody. And from that point on, everything went downhill. Now,
did Quan ever like release an album after that with anybody?
Quan has been independent. For all y'all, that's my band 8 behind the boards. You know what I mean? Quan he's been releasing some things underground. Like, he's been independent. According to him, he's still doing good. He's still doing all right. But since then, no ink deals, no sign deals. He kind of missed his opportunity to go get a deal in that aspect of the game. You know. Right, and that's something he made a mention of. Quan was saying that, you know, at the end of the day, while he knew what he thought he knew all of the business, the one part he didn't know was that what you should have known was, if you don't bless the person that's bringing you in, you ain't getting in, and that's just how it works. And for all of y'all out there who are interested in this business of music, you got to know it's a business. There's not too many people that's going to get into this game without surrendering half of their publishing. Like, first of all, that's a gift. Sorry to say. The only person I know of that came into the game not having to surrender that much publishing was Master P. And Master P got a deal that nobody ever got ever again, which is he didn't take no upfront money and went 85% on everything. You know what I mean? So you're not going to see that happen again. And you're not getting into the game owning all your publishing. That's not how this thing works. So Quan figured that out a little bit too late. He missed his opportunity to blow big on that level. But he's still, according to him, he's still doing this thing. You know, he's not hurting. So shout out to Quan, man. Keep doing your thing. I love your music. You really are a dope artist, man. Keep doing your thing. And nothing against Nas. It's the business, man. So we already know what it is, man. So I ain't even going to beat up on Nas and nobody like that. We're going to keep it moving, man. Now, another thing going on, if y'all been listening out here, there's been some problems going on within the Remy boys. Now, you had somebody that said he was a Remy boy, P. Dice. He was actually part of the movement. That you don't see him. He's not really down with the movement anymore. So P. Dice recently came out in an interview and said that the reason why you don't see him is because apparently FETTY Wap and them, including him, got into some issues with another rival clique out in Jersey. Apparently some real goons out there. And whatever transpired, so the goons basically let FETTY Wap and them know, yo, listen, either you drop this dude and we deal with him by himself, or you keep him and we're going to deal with all of y'all. So according to P. Dice, it's all alleged. This is what his story is. They dropped him because of that, because they didn't want no problems with these other cats. So they let him go. That's the story. Now after that, you know, P. Dice apparently made a couple of comments at a few shows, you know, things of that nature, and he was confronted by somebody. We don't know who it is. You know, I saw a glimpse of this video. I couldn't locate it again. You can't make out anybody. That's number one. But you can hear the voices. You can hear what's being said. So you hear P. Dice's voice. You hear somebody saying, yo, why you disrespect? And he says, disrespect who? And then you hear something happen, and you hear somebody saying, yo, chill, and P, yo, P, get up, get up, get up. So it sounds like he might have got snuffed and dropped and, you know, and all that good stuff. I don't know. But I will say this, man. Right. I will say this, you know. If that was really your fam talking about, if y'all all Remy boys, it's not just a business situation, then I can understand P. Dice's gripe. Like, if y'all are supposed to be all G'd up. Apparently, y'all G'd up when it comes to your people, because you can snuff P. Dice, apparently. But if we are all fam, then yeah, I can see him having a gripe with that. Because at the end of the day, you dropping me because you scared to deal with them, and that's corny. However, if this was just business, then no, I don't got to go to war with somebody for you save your ass, la la la, and risk what I got going for me. So we don't know. This is all alleged. This is his side of the story. You know, of course, FETTY Wap had his side to say, which he was basically was like, nah, you know, it didn't go that way. You know what I mean? But if it did, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And good luck to P. Dice. You know, you got a lot of people that feel he's one of the best ones out of the camp anyway. If that is the case, keep making your music, my G. You know what I mean? And just move on from the whole what happened and just move on, boy. Leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it with that story, man. We're going to keep you updated, see what's going on. Anything further happens, definitely going to let you know what's going on, man. Good luck to both of those men. FETTY Wap is winning right now. Boy got a ton of singles, top charts. He's doing his thing. P, you got to do your thing now, all right? So that's that. Now, recently, everybody heard about our boy Lamar Odom. Now, Lamar was found in a brothel out in Nevada. It's a Nevada brothel. He was face down. He was unresponsive, foaming at the mouth from certain, eyewitness accounts. And he went into a coma. Now, it was alleged that the cause of this coma was induced by cocaine as well as Viagra. They said they said a synthetic Viagra. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a synthetic Viagra is. Then they just basically said cocaine and Viagra was responsible for what happened to him. Now, the great news is Lamar recently woke up. You know what I mean? I'm glad to say that, man. You know what I mean? It would have been a real tragedy. This is a brother right here hailing out of New York. You know what I mean? This is one of the New Yorkers right here. Ill basketball player, who's just had a tough time, tough life. He's had some issues with drugs or whatever. There's a lot to him. There's a lot of history. You talk about friends and family around him, certain things in that realm that affected them, or there were drug addicts around him, and it's a lot going on for that brother. But at the end of the day, everybody says this is a stand-up dude, you know what I mean, and just got a lot of bad breaks. But once again, good news is Lamar woke up. He's alive. Looks like he's going to make a recovery. Absolutely. Let's give a hand for that. You know what I mean? Let's definitely give a hand for that, man. Glad to hear that, man. Yo, so Lamar, I'm glad you made it. Now, let me address something with that, too. There was somebody at ESPN that addressed this. Forgive me, I forgot your name, bro. I watched this show, forgot your name. Please forgive me, But people were referring to Lamar as a Kardashian reality star or a Kardashian whatever. Let me tell you something, man. Before you had these Kardashians getting their fame because one of the sisters, Kim, did a sex tape and was known to get smashed by everybody and won because of that. Before they brought these chicks, the rest of her family in here with these Kardashian, all this Kardashian reality TV crap, Lamar was an all-star basketball player, man. You hear me? An all-star basketball player, all right? He was not no damn Kardashian reality nothing. He got brought into that because he was rocking with this chick. He married her, whatever, what have you. But before that, this man was an all-star NBA basketball player. You hear me? So we living in a day and age with all this reality TV crap, social media crap. You got people being called IG models and all this stupid crap. Get that out of here, man. That man has his own accolades, his own accomplishments that go way past some talentless person who blew because she's just happened to be a world-renowned smut that got put on a tape. Way before any of that, this man had his own accolades, his own accomplishments, and don't never, ever, ever think you can undermine that because y'all caught up in reality TV. First of all, reality TV ain't reality TV. It's not actual. It's not reality. You know what I mean? They just may not have a said script, but it ain't happening all real like that, man. So just get that out of here, man. Enjoy your reality shows, but don't violate this brother. So much love to Lamar Odom. I wish you much, much, much love, and I pray for you to have a full recovery. I'm glad you back on this side. You know what I mean? I would have been sad to see you on the other side. So, let's move on. Now, speaking of reality TV shows, you got the Black Ink Crew. I can't even talk. You got the Black Ink Crew, man. Now, I don't really watch too much reality TV. I'm going to be honest. First of all, we grinding. You know, talk about myself, my partner Delano, this whole Top Shelf movement, this whole I Pray movement, El Fuego movement, that's the clothing lines, you know, and of course here Hot Topics. So I don't really have too much time and all the other things going on outside of here. I don't have time to really be following reality TV. But the Black Ink Crew, it's an interesting show. And I've caught it a couple of times. It's interesting. Well, they're going to have their reunion. They're having their reunion show. And apparently in this reunion show, it already got leaked that Kwani calls out Duchess. Now, for those of you who do follow the show, you know there's a problem going on between Kwani and Duchess and Puma and C's. You know, there's this whole thing going on with them, you know. It's messy. Mixy and messy, which is how y'all like it. You know what I mean? That's reality TV for your ass, right? Now, Kwani calls out Duchess. Basically, first of all, Kwani and Puma are on a different set. They're not on the set with the rest of the cast of the Black Ink Crew because of the issues that's surrounding them with C's and Duchess and whomever. So they're somewhere else. Tigger's the one interviewing. And Kwani basically says that Duchess has no leg to stand on talking about nobody because she's a smut. Now, this is what Kwani's saying, that she slept with this dude, O-ish. I'm trying not to curse that much, y'all. She slept with O-ish and other people. She didn't mention all the names, but other people that worked in that shop or come to that shop or whatever before she started dealing with C's. So whatever Duchess is trying to say about her being loose or whatever their issues are, she ain't got no leg to stand on because Duchess been loose is what she's saying. You know what I mean? And it's playing C's and using C's and she faked her miscarriage. I mean, she went in. And of course, Duchess being Duchess, she popped off, left the set, tried to go to their set to get in there to pop on Kwani. And it's one thing's for sure, when y'all watch it, it's going to be very entertaining. I caught the clip. It wasn't something that I can get to show, bring to y'all. It's being very well protected. Of course, if they ain't air it yet, you know you're not going to get that too easy. You know what I mean? So unfortunately here at Hot Topics, I wasn't able to get my hands on that. But trust me, it's worth the wait. Now, even for a person that ain't into reality TV like that, this is going to be interesting. Y'all got to see this, man. Duchess definitely pops off. She's a pop-off chick. You know, sees he handles his biz. And Puma and Kwani, I don't know. But it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot. You probably already seen a clip of it. A lot of y'all be on social media and all that. So if you was in Facebook, somebody it was being shared by, I think, one of the radio stations here in New York. Don't quote me on that though. So I don't want to call no names out and have it wrong. But yeah, it's going to be popping, man. It's going to be popping for real. Duchess ain't playing. Duchess talking about, yo, y'all can protect her now, but I know where she live. I see her outside of the show, boy. Duchess on some G'd up ish, man. So Kwani, y'all hope your knuckle game is right. Hope you stand by everything you said because it definitely looks like it's going to be going down. So for all of y'all that like that show, man, tune into that reunion show. It's definitely going to be going down, popping. Stay tuned. Let's see what happens between these ladies, man. You know what I mean? You should have seen C's face. Yo. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Now, when Bill Clinton was running for president, I remember he was on the Arsenio Hall show. You know what I mean? Now, for all, those of y'all who might not know about the Arsenio Hall show, Arsenio tried to make a comeback, and it didn't work out because, you know, the times are different. So, but Bill was on Arsenio Hall playing his saxophone, and we were all like, yo, he's one of us. Well, apparently the Clintons, this is how they do. Now, Hillary recently was spotted at the 40-40 Club, Jay-Z's 40-40 Club. You know what I mean? She was out there toasting it up with her peoples and them. You know what I mean? This was after the debate, I believe. You know, they recently had the Democratic debate where her and, what is this man's name? I believe it's Ernie. They went at it, and these two are the ones that are going to be the ones really to go head to head, it looks like, because it doesn't look like anybody else up there is going to be able to hang with Hillary except this man Ernie. So after that debate, Hillary and her clique hit the 40-40 club and was toasting it up. It's already known that Kanye West is contributing to Hillary Clinton's campaign. I don't know if Jay is, but she's partying at Jay's spot. But it already looks like she's going to be getting backed by the hip hop cats in the game. You know what I mean? So, hey man, for Jay, it's a great look. Our boy from Marcy, now he got presidential candidates popping bottles in his club. That's what I'm talking about. That's that Brooklyn-ish. You hear me? So yo, Hillary, man, I guess you cool like that. You know what I mean? You and Bill, y'all hang out with the folks. Y'all hang out. That's what's up.
You know what? I think when it comes to Bill Clinton's blackhood, his blackdom, it didn't really come from the saxophone and Arsenio, man. I think it came from the fact that he smoked weed and got head in the Oval Office.
Yo, you right. Matter of fact, before he got head in the Oval Office, he was burning trees, even though he
remember the whole "I didn't inhale."
Yeah, he didn't inhale. Yeah, yeah, I don't inhale either. You know, you're right, and I think that just added on to it. Like once we knew Bill smoked, he already, even before the head in the Oval Office, I believe it was, what was her name? Flowers. Another woman had already stepped forward when he was running for president, saying that he smashed her. Yeah, so Bill's blackhood came. Yeah, definitely could have came from the burning some trees But then he played that sax, and that did it. That was it. It was like, yo.
And he also skeeted on a chick's face, by the
way.
Yeah. It was like the infamous blouse that still had semen on it and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you know it was a setup.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we started that shit.
True. But her keeping the blouse, that's how you know it was a setup. But yeah, Bill's giving facials and all that. So, yeah. The Clintons, they do their thing. They do their thing, man. They do their thing. Yeah, let's give it up for the Clintons, man. Now, sad story. Your boy Bobby Shmurda. Here's a classic example of somebody that has it all in 1 second, and in the next second, it's just all gone. Now, Bobby recently went to try to get paroled or get probation, get out, basically. Not parole, probation. What am I talking about? Basically, to get bailed out. Be allowed to be bailed out. No. I'm wilding. Yeah, he was trying to basically get out of jail until his court. All right. Nobody has bailed him out. I believe it's at $2 million or something like that. So he was trying to get out the other way, and they denied him for a fifth time. Now everybody, of course, is jumping around saying, why hasn't Epic Records bailed him out? You obviously don't know the business. He had one song that popped. Yes, he did. But he's a liability. As a business person, you know, right. As a business person, how am I going to bail out somebody that's affiliated to gangs? But not only is he affiliated, he's tied up in an ongoing investigation. We're not talking about like Game and Snoop and and Baby and Wayne and these cats who are supposed to be Bloods and Crips and things of that nature, but you don't see them still within the game. You're talking about a young cat that just popped. His whole clique is locked and under investigation for drugs, for murders, and all of that. And on top of that, when you already got your opportunity, you and your boys, or however the story goes, whether you were busting your gun or not, you're with them, are busting guns at people and then going to perform at the Barclay and all that. What are you doing? So, no, you can't expect anybody to bail this young cat out. Now, it's a shame. It's unfortunate. But for those of y'all on the come up, especially y'all younger cats, man, I'm a young dude, but this cat is younger than me. You talking about the 18, 19-year-old cats. You got to be smart, man. You know what I mean? You got to, when you get an opportunity, you can't squander it. You got to know that they're looking for a reason to take you out of there anyway. So, yeah, Bobby, you're going to sit there, my G. You know what I mean? You're going to sit there, and hopefully for you, it works out because he had a chance to cop a plea, get a deal he didn't want to. I guess he probably was going to have to tell he didn't want to tell. So now you're going to have to just face the jury now, and that's always a 50-50. So
I mean, just to add on to that, man, no one else should bail him out other than his family. It's like you're a liability to a company.
Facts.
You know, Jay Pluto, who's an engineer here, if he gets locked up, I'm not bailing him out.
Facts.
I mean,
Right.
it is what it is, right?
That's a fact.
Yeah, if his family can't bail him out, then the nigga sit there and do the goddamn time, nigga.
And I agree. And on top of that, if you expect them to do that, a corporation or a company to do that, you have to have made them a lot of money. You have to prove that you could keep making them a lot of money. You had that one song that popped, okay. The next song, the Bobby Bitch song, that's not going anywhere. So you haven't proven, you haven't even shown that you can even generate more capital. It's too soon. You're not Jay. Like Jay, I could see them trying to get Jay out. And on top of that, like you said, Jay's family can get him out by himself.
I mean, I'm saying, man, you talking about Pac spent years in jail.
Word.
You know, Slick Rick spent forever in jail.
Yep.
And who's this guy? Schmurda?
Schmurda, right.
Yeah, sit there, my nigga. Go get some bologna sandwiches, play chess, and do push-ups, nigga.
And get your weight up.
Yeah.
Because it's already came out that you got touched in there. And that's another thing for y'all out there, man. Just because you bust your gun don't make you a G like that. Like we said in one of the last shows, all that gun talk, there's a lot of soft punk dudes out here that got guns. Now, when you get locked, you ain't got no gun, man. Your knuckle game got to be tight. And more importantly, you got to be smart. So now you up in there with some people that want to eat your food and all that, and you ain't got no gun to shoot. Now you got to knuckle up. So, you know, but I'm not going to hate on the young brother. Hang in there. Eat them bologna sandwiches like 8 said. Just hang in there, bro. You're going to get your day in court, man. You're going to get it. Now, I want to take a quick second to just make a mention of something I think is just phenomenal, man. Hold on, let me get. Yes, it's called the Brownsville Youth Court. Now, a friend of mine who is actually a singer by the name of Abena. Shout out to Abena. What's up, baby? Love you. Great voice. But she's a great sister, too. And Abena recently put me on to this, something called the Brownsville Youth Court. Now, what it is a court where teenagers, it's from the ages of, let me get this right, 10 to 18. All right. For those who are 10 to 18 years of age that get arrested, they commit an offense that's not a felony, not a violent crime, they get a chance to go before a youth court. And apparently there's 1,000 of these courts throughout the nation. And the way they're set up is they go in front of their own peers, those from 14 to 18 years of age, who themselves have went through training and went through a mock bar exam so that they can qualify to be jurors. And they stand before these peers, they hear the case, and then they wind up getting a decision, which is usually either a fine, community service, and they would have to apologize to whomever they did whatever to. Now, the beauty of this is it keeps a lot of the youths out here out of jail. So that way they're able to keep a clean record, which allows them to be able to get into college and have opportunities that usually get kind of blocked when you have records and things of that nature. It allows them to stay away from that. They keep their record clean, and the majority of them have been proven and shown to go on to college, to keep it moving in a positive direction. Of course, not every single body is going to do it, but the majority of these youths are able to straighten out they paths, so to speak, and keep it moving. So for those of you who don't know about these youth courts, these are great. I love it. I think it's great for the children in our community. Everybody makes mistakes. We were all young. I know I did a lot of wild stuff when I was younger. I was just fortunate enough to not get caught. Like my pop said, I was a criminal, not a convict. But a lot of us do get caught making a couple of bad decisions in our lives, and then we want to pay it for the rest of our lives. So shout out to all the youth courts across the nation. And shout out to the Brownsville Youth Court. Yes, definitely give them an applause. And keep up the good work, man. I love it. I think it's great for our kids. It's great for our community. Let's keep that alive, man. Things like this need to get heard about. You don't hear about this. You hear about all the negative stuff that goes on in the neighborhood. You don't hear about these things. So thank you, Abena, for that information. And I'm sharing it like I told you I would. Now, let's move on to, well, it's my favorite part of the show. The Nerve Bird of the Week, baby. Yo, Delano, I wish you was here, man. We're supposed to be flapping our wings together, boy. Once again, shout out to Delano pushing that I Pray For Us. Hey. Now, the Nerve Bird of the Week goes to a Compton rapper by the name of Tariq Royal. Now, Tariq recently got shot. Well, not directly hit, but he got shot. Him and his boys got shot at by some gangbangers, and fragments of one of the bullets hit him in his head. And very fortunately for this dude, he lived. It didn't get through his skull because he's a freaking numbskull, but he lived. But the reason why he's the nerve bird is his reaction afterwards. Now, right after getting shot, or hit by fragments of a bullet, Tariq doesn't call 911. He doesn't try to get an ambulance or try to get to the emergency room, and he doesn't do any of that. He makes a selfie video of himself bragging about getting shot. And, well, you know what? Let's take a real quick look at this dumb up, because 10-second clip. Just show him the tape, though.
I'm really a rap nigga now. I just got shot. Hey.
So he's a real rapper now, according to him. Now that he got hit by fragments of a bullet, now he's a real rapper. Tariq, let me let you know something, my G. First of all, I haven't heard any of your music. So the only thing that's going to really make you a real rapper or nice or whatever you want to call it is whatever you're putting down on wax, CD, MP3, whatever, boy. That's number one. Number two, getting shot don't qualify you to be no damn rapper. What are you talking about, man? You supposed to be thankful you're alive, all right? Getting your ass to the hospital to make sure you stay alive and thanking your lucky stars that you are alive. Now, what is he going to do? Of course, when asked what's he going to do next, he's going to make a rap song about getting shot. Of course. And you think you're going to blow like 50 in them, right? Not really, though, boy. The funny thing is, as viral as this video went, when I tried to pull you up, I still couldn't get you. So that means that you're not viral enough yet to blow, my G. And I don't think there's going to be too many people listening to your dumbass rap about how you got shot and you live. Get out of here, man. So that makes you the nerd bird of the week, boy. So the nerd bird of the week goes our boy Tariq Royal. Yep. Yes, give it to him. Give it to him. All right? Oh, before I forget, real quick. I made a promise to somebody. We're going to have a little bit of what you call a co-nerd bird. Now, what the co-nerd bird is this. For those people out there who break up, leave people, divorce people, so on and so forth, right? You look crazy when you call yourself trying to come back around, asking questions, trying to find out how they're doing, trying to make light conversation like y'all are great friends after you done crapped on the person. Get out of here. For all of you ladies and guys, because this is a unisex situation, but the thing that came to my ear, this came from a lady and a few ladies. For all of y'all people out there, y'all ladies out there, when you leave dudes, man, especially when you got a good dude, because we do that too. We have good chicks, we leave them. You can't expect to come back around, call a brother, and think everything is going to be all gravy. You can't expect that when you done played the dude out, told him all the things he did wasn't worth nothing. That's what he was supposed to do, and this, that, and the third, and you can find somebody. When you do all of that, and guys too, so that I don't get jumped on, when you do that, you look stupid. You hear me? Nobody's trying to hear you, man. Get out of here with that. You're better off just coming back around saying, yo, pardon me, I made a mistake. That was stupid. If you can forgive, can we be friends? And even then, you're at the mercy of the person. But to assume that you can call somebody and just be good money with them like nothing ever happened, you're a freaking nerd bird, man. So I ain't saying no names. We want to keep names out of it. But you played yourself. And all of you who do that, y'all play yourselves. So y'all got to be the cold nerd bird. I had to do it. I gave my word. I had to do that. With that said, for anybody looking out for any kind of graphics, if you need logos done, flyers, anything like that, you know a brother that's really great at that, goes by the name of Angel Manuel Lopez. He has a website that you can actually go to and click on, and you can see all his work and get in contact with him through that right there. So once again, that's Angel Manuel Lopez. The website is Angel Manuel Lopez .826.wix.com, you know what I mean? And just type in his name after that, and you'll be able to pull up all his artwork. The man has been doing it for years. He's done things for even people in the music industry, people who are in the metal world, the hip-hop world. He's done a lot of stuff for me. Dope. He's dope. So check him out. Sure, you definitely find something you love, man. So with all that said, man, once again, Saturday, October 24th, me and Donald rip the stage. Asylum Bar and Grill in Brooklyn, New York, baby. Our hometown. You hear me? Make sure you come out. So that concludes. Oh, and also, of course, once again, I Pray, the clothing line, is available for you right now. www.realipray.com. That's www.realipray.com. We got the shirts. We got them hoodies for you because it's already getting cold. Go there. Purchase your I Pray today. And we got some more stuff coming from the whole El Fuego line, period. So with that said, conclude another episode of Hot Topics. It's your boy Dot Flames. Shout out to Delano who couldn't be here, taking care of that business for us. Shout out to Kay who couldn't be here. Top Shelf Mafia, Top Shelf Entertainment. Of course, SDWorldVision.com. My man 8, who I'm always appreciative for, man. For all you out there, 1.